Hey everyone, Jeff Saari from Jeff Saari Coaching here, part 4 of your roadmap to zero stress leadership. Today I want to talk about the intention and impact matrix that I've created. And the first video, part 1 was trigger management, understanding your own triggers and what you do in the face of those. Part 2 was about feedback, giving feedback to people strategically and having a roadmap for that. And part 3 was about listening. Right? So the skills you need and the mindset you need to really be an effective, strong listener to other people and what benefit that has in your organization and your teams. Today, intention and impact is its own separate category because, from moment to moment we have an intention, right? And so by and large, what we want to try to cultivate is positive intention all the time, as much as possible. Your positive intention to build constructive relationships, to have harmony, to really have great high-functioning collaborative teams, right? Whatever your organization looks like. But, people I meet, they don't really want to have a negative intention. I guess some people might wake up with negative intentions, like I can't wait to, complain about this or whatever, or, whatever it is. But for the most part, most people want positive intentions, right? And how do you get that? Well, it's something that you've got to create actually in your own mind. And I want to take you through an intention and impact matrix so you can kind of see the different combinations of intention and impact, right? Because most people don't want to impact people negatively, okay? Unless you're really triggered, then you have a negative intention to kind of get back at somebody or hurt their feelings or something, that's a negative intention. So that's from a trigger, right? That's when you triggered. So what I want to start with is positive intention equals positive impact. I love that. So you give, I wish the world would work that way all the time, is, you say, give someone a compliment. Hey, Jane, thanks so much for going the extra mile on that report. I really appreciate you jumping into that and getting it to me in a timely way. And she's like, oh, thank you, thank you very much. I appreciate that, right? There's a match of positive intention that you've had to appreciate someone and then a positive impact, correct? The next one, it's alive and well all the time. This happens. People have positive intentions, but there's a negative impact, okay? So I'll give you a quick example of my daughter. She was coloring and I went over and I took a crayon and I started coloring, and she's like, she looked at me like I had just kind of sold her favorite doll to somebody. She was really upset. Her words are priceless. Daddy, I didn't ask you to do that. Huh, interesting. I had a positive intention to kind of help her out and get in on the fun, but I didn't ask her. So it had a negative intention. I inadvertently impacted my daughter negatively, right, or adversely. And I don't want to do that. So I get to say, oh, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. That was not my intention. Again, not out of a defensive position, like, well, that wasn't my intention, so get over it. It was like, oh, interesting, that wasn't my intention, but I impacted somebody negatively. Okay, it's on me, right? So next time I can kind of learn from that. The next one is negative intention equals negative impact. So if you're really upset about something, you're looking to get back at somebody, they're probably not going to take it so well. You yell at somebody and they may yell back or it may escalate, right? Or if they're, under you in the organizational chain, they may just have resentment for you. But it's just a negative experience all around. And I hear stories out there in companies that there's a lot of negative intentions and negative impacts. And it causes such a drain in a company. I can't even tell you. The negative energy that is used in these companies could be used for productivity and boosting morale and team building and all that stuff. The last one, it's the Jedi Way. This is kind of the rare beast out there that you see once in a great while. Is when someone has a negative intention, it causes a positive impact. So can you imagine if someone came to you really upset and they're just really giving you some voodoo, some negative energy, and you're able to just kind of take a deep breath and calm down and just listen, right? And say, yeah, wow, you're really upset with me. Why don't you sit down and let's talk about it. I'm really here to listen. I'm open to what you have to say. It's helpful for me not to get yelled at, but I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if you need to calm down first, great, but let's do it, right? So there's a case of the Jedi way, using the Force, not getting hooked by someone else's anger or frustration or resentment of you, but really trying to decipher the message they have in that. And that, to me, is a positive impact, right? So take this matrix to heart, use it in your work, clarify your intention. What was my intention there? You know, or what is my intention going into this experience, into this feedback session? Is it to cut someone down, or is it really to uphold and construct something of beauty, something of excellence, right? I always want the win-win. I always want the excellence, the frame of positivity and good intentions. So take that to the bank. If you like this video, share it, post a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this intention and impact matrix. And we'll see you in the last part 5. Take care.